morning YouTube. I'm stuck in traffic just outside Redruth in Cornwall right now because I've taken this new place. I'm not in a caravan anymore. Since yesterday I'm in this little kind of cottagey place where it's like a summer let actually, in a small town on the west coast of Cornwall, which means I've got to drive across Cornwall to get to my job, which is probably a bit daft, but it's not that far actually, except it's taken a long time today because there's all this traffic. But this is just a little bit of an update on the gallery exhibition which I've got going in Crewe right now. So I'm down here in Cornwall, but the exhibition's happening in Crewe. But in keeping with some of the other things I've been talking about and just thinking about lately, you know, which is about, well, I don't know, to do with the contrasts and similarities between online spaces and offline spaces. In keeping with that, I'm also thinking of this exhibition as partly taking place here on YouTube. You know, and I've redesigned my channel page so that it echoes in some ways the space in this little gallery space in Crewe. You know, so I've changed the banner, for example, on my channel page, so it looks like something I've painted on the wall of the gallery in Crewe. That kind of thing, really. And I've reduced the number of playlists on my channel to match what's actually playing on the videos in the gallery. I mean, I'm not saying it's the same by any means, but you know, it's just, I'm just, as I say, trying to set up some kind of an echo there. And I've also simplified the exhibition quite a bit. It's got, you know, just one long white wall that I've written a sentence on, "Now we is really awake," and I made a video of myself writing that using a toy rabbit to hold the brush. Boy, with the details of why that was, because I'll talk about that elsewhere. So that's on the one wall. On another wall I've painted the address of my channel page. Whee! Going around corners. This camera's fixed on the steering wheel, so it'll make me a bit nausea inducing for all kinds of reasons, this video. Yeah, but I've written the web address of my channel page on another wall to kind of forge the connection as clearly as I can. And then I've got two video projections. One is a video projection of a bunch of videos I've made, which is short videos. You know, largely consistent, just kind of still lives, except they're not still and they're not alive, most of them. Little short videos of things like dead things floating in the canal, or swallows, flock of birds, that kind of thing. Just things that I've seen on my walks that, I don't know, it's hard to explain really, but just things that for me are both real things in the real place where I am at that real moment in time, but for me are also kind of connected to a set of other things I'm thinking about, or things that people on YouTube have said, or, you know, it's just that really. I don't want to use the word symbols, but in a way that's kind of what they are. So I've got that projected on one wall, and I think it looks pretty good actually, because it's all in HD. You know, these flip cameras, they do quite good quality footage of that kind, you know what I mean? So it's got that going for a couple of hours. And on the other wall, it's a live connection, or it's web connected to the projector on that wall, on the other wall, and that's connected to a playlist that I've put together called Really Awake, because this exhibition is called Now We Is Really Awake. And that playlist is a YouTube playlist, partly of myself. Like I made a video, as I said a minute ago, of myself painting that sentence on the wall using a rabbit, so that's part of the playlist, that video. But also videos that other people on YouTube have made, particularly those people I think are influential in some ways, who I can kind of feel my ideas being either developed by or that I'm in concert with. You know, because it's a collective activity, this behaviour, isn't it, really, I think. And that's kind of about that, really. So it's just a juxtaposition of these two videos. That's basically what it's down to now, which I quite like. Obviously the playlist one is a bit different. One of them is static, you know, the one that just dead things floating in the canal and what have you, visual poems that I've called them. That's on DVDs. That just plays in a loop. You know, it just plays for whatever it is, an hour and a half, and then goes back to the beginning again. But the other one, the playlist one, is obviously it's live, so I'm updating that each day, and I updated a bit of it this morning actually, and I'll be updating it again. different videos that I think are in somewhere, big corner here, sorry, that are in some going through Ponsanooth, that are in some way related to what I'm saying, or are critical in positive and negative ways. I just think will offset that whole idea a bit, really. I mean, I'm not specifically asking anybody if they want to make videos, but if anybody does, obviously that'd be great, and I'll include them as part of the playlist. So it's like this live intervention between the online YouTube environment and this fixed gallery, geographically located gallery space. There'll be some traffic that way, and as I say, also some traffic the other way, because the galleries, what's happening in the gallery is on my YouTube page, if that makes any sense at all. Anyhow, I don't know whether you like it, Nicotine, if you ever watch my videos, because it's not beautiful. It's just not beautiful. I think parts of it is beautiful, actually, but it's not beautiful to look at. A lot of things that are beautiful, even though they are primarily visual, are not beautiful because they are primarily visual. Ideas can be beautiful. There's a great artist I really like called Marina Abramovic. Some of you may know of her. She was down here in Plymouth actually last week. I didn't get a chance to see her, but she used to do a lot of really out there kind of body-based work, and she has a really simple piece called Art Must Be Beautiful, and it was just her brushing her hair really, really violently for ages and ages and ages, just doing this over and over again. It sounds dead simple, and you probably think it was a scam, Nick, and of course it would be a scam if it formed part of an economic system that valued it in certain kinds of terms. But the action itself isn't a scam, and I know Marina Abramovic is an honest person, so she's not trying to scam anybody. But this thing, brushing your hair out, must be beautiful. It's about that, really. Don't think it'll make any sense there, never mind. Anyhow, that's all I got to say. I'm going through Mabe Burnt House. I'm heading towards Stithians, and then I'm nearly at work. So I'll speak to you all later, or not. Anyway, bye.